Lyric Poetry by Alex A. Finola, Claire H., and Madeline. Poems, ballads, and odes can be lyrical. Lyric poems have the tendency to combine aspects of loneliness, death, and love in a dramatic monologue portrayal from the narrator. To write on the stage. Epodes were sung as an ending verse. Poets such as Alcaeus and Sappho published lyric poetry in Alcaic and Sapphic meters at the beginning of the 6th century CE. In Greece. Lyric poetry was then integrated into both tragic and comic choruses. Dramatic and lyric poetry was prominent in Greek festivals and competitions such as those honoring Dionysus at the city of Dionysia in Athens.
Example, Ode of Aphrodite by Sappho. Sappho primarily writes in one form of lyric poetry, which is love poetry. Her way of writing short stanzas with limited meter birthed/developed in the Sapphic stanza/meter, which Alcaeus and other poets of the time as well. In this poem, Sappho is speaking about Aphrodite, talking about how much she loves her. She's praising her in a lyrical style.
Immortal Aphrodite, on your intricately brocaded throne, child of Zeus, weaver of wiles, this I pray. Dear lady, don't crush my heart with pains and sorrows. But come here, if ever before, when you heard my far-off cry, you listened. And you came, leaving your father's house, yoking your chariot of gold. Then beautiful swift sparrows led you over the black earth, from the sky through the middle air, whirling their wings into a blur. The slides before showed two examples of other types of lyric poetry, political poetry and drinking songs. Alcaeus also uses imagery in short stanzas like Sappho, but these poems are less worship-oriented and more like complaints and revelries. Both poets wrote in their native dialects and wrote primarily about topics of personal interest that they would perform for family and friends. Other lyrical poets wrote for both one performer and multiple performers. Another poet, Horace, said that Alcaeus tended to write about more earthly things, while Sappho wrote about more celestial topics, displaying the range of subject matter in lyrical poetry.
Let's drink. Why are we waiting for the lamps? Only an inch of daylight left. Let down the large cups, my friends, the painted ones, for wine was given to men by the son of Semele and Zeus, to help them forget their troubles. Mix 1 part of wine to 2 part of wine, pour it up to the brim, and let 1 cup push the other along. I, poor wretch, live with the lot of a rustic longing to hear the assembly of being summoned Agesilaus and the council, the property in possession of which my father and my father's father have grown old among these mutually destructive citizens. From it I have been driven in exile at the back of beyond, and like Onomacles, I settled here alone in the wolf thickets. These are both pictures of examples of Sappho's lyric poetry in primary sources.